Hello and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to a very special holiday edition MLM Top Fails. If you're new around here, my name's Hannah, and on this channel I make a lot of content about anti-MLM. I think the next video I post is going to be my 200th anti-MLM video, so I have a massive arsenal on my channel. I can link that big anti-MLM playlist here if you're interested in checking that out. We're getting into the holiday spirit today. I have my Christmas PJs on, I've got a peppermint mocha and my Santa mug, and I've got lots of holiday hun madness for you today. So sit back, relax, get cozy, grab your festive beverage of choice, and let's do this. There are so many reasons why this time of year people in MLMs kind of go wild. It's the end of the year, they're wanting to finish strong with their goals in their MLM. A lot of times the companies will run these big sales, so there's a lot of product pushing. They're trying to capitalize on the overconsumption that happens this time of year. Additionally, the holidays can bring on some sense of financial pressure, so we're seeing MLMs being pushed a lot as a great way to make some extra money before Christmas. We're seeing these companies being pushed right now in the forms of Christmas gifts and charitable fundraisers and New Year's resolutions and advent calendars. There's a lot of content swirling around out there right now that has to do with this season in particular that exposes MLM companies as being scams. So I thought it would be fun to have an entire video that's holiday themed to showcase some of the things to be on the lookout for this season. And before we jump into the holiday madness, I'm excited to tell you about the sponsor of today's video, Factor. Factor makes meeting your nutrition goals easier than ever by delivering fresh, never frozen, dietitian-approved meals right to your doorstep. Their team of gourmet chefs create each meal using only ingredients with integrity to help you feel your best all day long. This week I got some of my repeat favorites. The jalapeno and lime cheddar chicken and the peanut Buddha bowl are both winners in my house. But this was my first time trying the sun-dried tomato and spinach pasta, and it was so satisfying and delicious. I mean, who doesn't love an entire plate of creamy tomato pasta? Come on. And I also got a chance to try some of their smoothies and protein shakes. The cold brew latte flavor was really yummy. I'm not usually a protein shake person, but I was pleasantly surprised by this. You can choose from over 35 weekly meals depending on your preferences, whether that's keto, calorie smart, veggie, or vegan, or you can be like me and choose the chef's choice option, which is a little bit of everything because it's all great. And of course, we cannot talk about Factor without highlighting the convenience of it. Everything comes prepared. It's basically like someone else did all the meal prep for you at the start of the week, and then it gets delivered to your doorstep. You pop it in the fridge, and then you heat up your meals throughout the week as needed. The meals are prepared fresh by chefs, and then they're packaged up and sent off to you. I love to eat the Factor meals for lunch during the busy week. My husband will take them to work for lunch as well. Sometimes we'll just each pick one for dinner if we're short on time or don't feel like cooking. It feels really great to be able to cross off meal prepping and planning and shopping and cooking during the hectic holiday season. Now you may be thinking, wait, I thought I've heard you talk about how much you love to cook, and you may know that I've also partnered with HelloFresh in the past, and you would be exactly right. I do love to cook, but sometimes you just need that heat and eat option, especially in the craziness that is December right now. And Factor is now owned by HelloFresh, so I love to use both services. If you'd like to give Factor a try, you can head to factor75.com or click the link below and use my code HannahAlonzo50 for 50% off your first Factor box. Again, that's code HannahAlonzo50 for 50% off your first box at factor75.com. Thanks again, Factor, for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get into the holiday top fails. All right, first up on the agenda is an MLM advent calendar from the company Green Compass. This rep was sent to me because she's doing a daily unboxing of their 12 days of sharing advent calendar. So let's check out day one. What could it be? What could it be? I'm assuming they're probably going to be getting products in this advent calendar. And day one looks like a piece of wood, perhaps an ornament, it looks like, with the Green Compass logo on it. Okay, off to a really strong start here. So it's a pretty common occurrence for brands or companies to make an advent calendar. They're super fun. If you're really into a particular brand, it's really nice to get an advent calendar. It's usually a really great deal on some of your most loved products. So much fun to open one up every single day. Love that. But what I have to point out for this is that the main customer of MLM advent calendars is typically the reps themselves. People that are unaffiliated with the company, they're just not going to be buying MLM advent calendars. Let's be honest. The people out there who buy the most of that MLM's products are the people that are also trying to sell the products. And on the first of the 12 days, she's unboxing a wooden ornament of the company's logo. Awesome. I love to put logos all over my tree. Not off to a good start. I'm not very impressed at this point. I did look it up, and this advent calendar is selling for $300. Supposedly it retails for $600. So $300 is a great deal, right? And then the first day of the advent calendar is a wooden ornament. ornament. I don't know. I'm extra unimpressed at this point. And of course, curiosity is killing me. So I went to this person's profile and she posted all 12 days and showed us what is in the calendar. I'll flash them on the screen right here. I'm not going to go into every single one, but at the end of the calendar, there were 6 days that had full-size products. One of those was for pets. So if you don't have a pet, I guess you're out of luck. 4 of the days were samples. One of those was literally just one collagen drink packet, which I thought was really funny. These are sold in a 30 pack, and I thought it was hilarious that they just took one individual packet and made that its own day. One of the days was that ornament we saw, and another day was a beaded bracelet. I did run the numbers to see if this really was a $600 value, and according to Green Compass's pricing, yes, this is about a $600 value advent calendar because the products are so dang expensive on their own. A lot of these full-size products that they got are like $90, $100 retail. So yeah, if you are gonna get 6 full-size products, then I guess it is $600 retail value. Whether or not these products are actually worth that price is a whole different conversation. But the key to this advent calendar, and the reason that I'm including it in this video at all, is because something else I learned is that each day of the calendar corresponds to a sale that the company is running. So for example, yesterday was the Immune Boost supplement. That's what they opened up on day 11 of the calendar, and on that day on the website, you could buy that product for 40% off. I have to admit, this is pretty smart on the company's part to create an advent calendar that they know the reps are going to buy, because I'm sure that they're going to justify it as a business expense or a way to promote the sale each day. Here's a video of me opening my advent calendar, and guess what? This product is 40% off today only. I mean, that's pretty good. The company is making money off the sale of these calendars to their own reps, and then the reps are using it as promotional content to push sales and make commissions. That's a pretty smart strategy, but you just have to wonder who all of the sales are being made to though. Because like I've already speculated, if I had to guess, nobody but the Green Compass reps themselves are buying these $300 calendars. And I'm also sure that the people who are participating in purchasing from these sales each day are also the reps themselves. As we know, MLM companies have very, very little outside unaffiliated customers who just genuinely love the product and purchase it from a rep. Because most of the time, if there is a loyal customer on the outside, they're going to try and be convinced to join the company themselves so that they can make a commission and they can get a discount on the products they're already using and loving. So while the reps are showing off this $300 advent calendar and promoting the sales, who are they really promoting to? Other reps in the company probably. Who is actually getting on the website each day and buying the different things that are on sale? Probably the salespeople themselves. Also, it would be really interesting to calculate the sales commissions from these promotions too. Like, how many products do you have to sell over the course of these 12 days to cover the cost of that $300 calendar you bought? I bet there's a lot of internal justification going on with these reps right now as to why they just dropped $300 on product. Whether that's because they think they're gonna make that money back in commission, or it's because they figured they were gonna use the product anyway, so why not? Or maybe it's FOMO and they didn't want to miss out on all the hype, or they wanted to use it for content. Regardless, I would bet that if most people who bought this calendar ran the numbers for themselves, they would discover that they spent more money on the calendar than they made back via the sales it generated, therefore technically losing money. But it's one of those really sneaky ways of losing money because you might not recognize that it's happening at the time. Green Compass is very, very smart for offering an advent calendar this season, because all they're doing is selling a bunch of product to their own salespeople and creating all of this hype surrounding these sales that are going on daily to therefore generate more revenue off of their own salespeople. Really great for the company, not great for the reps. Next up is somebody in Monate who's trying to convince us that we should gift ourselves an MLM business opportunity this year. It says, gift yourself for Christmas a business for $149 with over $300 in products and $150 back to shop with. Sounds free to me, she says. First of all, it's not a business. You're not gifting yourself a business. You're gifting yourselves a sales job. Who would want to gift themselves a job? Who wants more work for Christmas? Not me. That sounds like a terrible gift, actually. That's the kind of gift that you open during a white elephant and you're severely disappointed and then you're stuck with it because no one wants to steal it from you. But jokes aside, she's framing it like this is a gift or an investment in yourself to sign up to be in her downline in Monate. That sounds like it's a gift for her if you actually think about it. She's the one trying to grow her downline. She's the one that gets cut a bonus check when she recruits you. So actually you are paying to give her a gift. It's certainly not a gift for yourself because now you're stuck in a shampoo pyramid scheme and nobody wants that. Now you've created more work and more trouble for yourself heading into the new year. Congratulations. And in case you forgot, 91% of people in Monat make a median income of $34 for the entire year. What a great gift, right? But people at her rank make like $200,000 a year. So it makes perfect sense why she wants you to join so bad, because she's in the top 0.5% of the pyramid scheme and she needs new recruits in order to keep her rank and keep her paychecks flowing. Her caption says, "The gift that keeps on giving." Yeah, for you. Nice try. Moving on. This video says, "I don't know who needs to hear this, but it's almost 2024 and making an abundance of money through network marketing no longer carries a weird stigma." So here again, we've got someone who's trying to capitalize on the New Year's resolutions aspect of the holidays. New year, new me, new goals. Why not take up a new business opportunity and make some money? And this one makes me laugh because she's like, network marketing no longer carries a weird stigma. Get with the times. I'm sorry, do you live under a rock? Where have you been? Network marketing and MLMs has never had a worse reputation, I think. And I'm not saying that just because that's the kind of content I make, but just open your eyes. Look around into the world of media right now. There have been so many documentaries and articles created about the dangers of MLMs just in the past 2 years. And not just MLMs, but other scams and other cults as well. People are waking up and connecting the dots between all of these things, believe me. There's Facebook pages and YouTube channels and Reddit communities and Instagram accounts all dedicated to exposing how shady MLMs are. I think that it's time for you to get with the times in 2024 and wake up to the barrage of information that you're either avoiding or ignoring. It's all around you at this point. It is not hard to find information about the truth behind MLMs. All you have to do is be open to hearing it, which is the hardest part for somebody that is stuck in these schemes. Just because the information is easy to find does not mean that it's easy to accept. That can be a long process for people. I believe that it's only going to become more and more difficult to be successful in the network marketing industry as time goes on, because of how much easily accessible information there is out there about how they should be avoided. I think that if people just do their due diligence and research these companies before they even join, then these business opportunities are going to shrivel up and die because they can't survive unless people are continually being recruited. For her sake, I hope that she can make it her New Year's resolution to leave her MLM. I hope that's something that can happen for her in 2024, even if she doesn't want that to be the case right now at this moment. Let's hope that she can have her awakening in the next year or so that she can get out of the network marketing industry that is crumbling around her. This next video is from somebody in Monat showing us what she is gifting her sisters for Christmas. Can you guess what it is?
Okay, I've hidden this story from my sisters because I wanted to do something cute for their Christmas presents. So I picked up a different like cosmetic bag for each of them just from Kmart. This one's pretty cool. And this one was like a set. And I'm just going to fill them with like scrunchies and hair clips that I just bought these online. They were really cheap. And then I'm going to put some chocolates in there. And then, of course, I'm going to give them some Monet stuff. I've got some makeup. The oil treatment is one of my sisters. A mask, a beautiful hair mask, some dry shampoo, Rejuva beads, all the good stuff. So I hope they don't see this because, anyway, I'll show you how these turn out. I'm just going to put everything together. But if you need a cute gift idea for like some women in your life, these weren't that expensive. I think they were like $10 or $15 for the bags. Yeah, and you just fill them up.
Then this photo says, "Gifts done for my beautiful sisters. Hair care is actually the best present." Okay, so it is a cute gift idea. A makeup bag with scrunchies and hair clips and hair care and chocolates. It's cute, it's relatively harmless. I think a lot of people would love to get a gift like this. But obviously we have to talk about the fact that she's including Monat products specifically. And I want to offer my theories as to why people in MLMs gift out their own products so much. Spoiler, it's because there's an ulterior motive. Theory number one is that people in MLMs get a discount on their products and they earn PV points towards their monthly goals of hitting their ranks. Every product has a point value attached to it, and every month MLM reps have a quota of points they have to hit if they're going to go for the next rank up or if they're just going to maintain the rank they're at. So they might justify it to themselves like, oh, well, I can get these products at a discount and I get points towards my PV quota this month, so it's a win-win. They think to gift people their MLM products because they're also benefiting from doing that. Theory number 2 is that MLM reps often over-purchase products to hit those goals. So they might have a stockpile of products in their possession already that they bought previously, not because they really needed the products, but because they bought them to fulfill their point volume quotas. So that means that when it comes time to give somebody a gift, they've already got some inventory on hand. They didn't buy these things specifically for these people because they thought these people would like it. They just have these products laying around that they're probably not going to get around to using, so might as well wrap them up and pawn them off to someone else. And maybe in a way that gift feels free to them because they already spent that money in the past for an unrelated purpose. And theory number 3 is maybe they're hoping that exposing the recipient to these products, that person will then fall in love with the shampoo and come back to them and say, hey, you know that shampoo you got me? I ran out, but I love it. Where can I get more? Boom, you've locked in a sale now. You've turned your gift recipient into a customer. So no matter what the case is, whenever I see somebody gifting their own MLM products, it doesn't sit right with me because there's pretty much no way to do that without you benefiting from it in some way. And it feels kind of yucky almost. After all, isn't the basis of gift giving to do something selfless and thoughtful? This doesn't feel selfless and thoughtful. This feels selfish and impersonal, to be honest. You get a shampoo, you get a shampoo, you get a shampoo, and then I can rack up the PV points so that I hit my ranks and earn bonus checks. I don't know. It just gives me weird vibes. I don't like it. This next clip is from the same person who we just saw gifting Monat to her sisters.
I don't normally share this kind of thing, but I am like, this month has been crazy and I'm actually really close to hitting my next level in this business already, which is just nuts because I already hit a rank earlier in the month, but it's just surpassed my expectations. So basically, if you've been thinking about incorporating those oil treatments into your current hair care, or you've just switched to Monat, maybe you purchased your Monat stuff earlier in the month or last month, and you want to try that, today is a good day to do so, and it would really help me out. So I would so appreciate it. It also just means some extra money in our bank account before Christmas, which, as you know, this time of year, every little bit counts. And yeah, I'm so super grateful for everyone's who's purchased so far, and you know, if you're thinking about purchasing again, or because this is my main way of making an income for my family now. So I don't normally get that transparent about like finances and stuff, but I feel like it's a growth journey for me as well. Like people shy away from talking about money, but that is why I started doing this business. So yeah.
I think she posted this at the end of November, which would make sense because the deadline to hit her next rank is coming up. Your goals and your quotas reset at the start of every month, so if you're going to go for the next rank up, you have to do so within the calendar month. Which is why she's saying if you've been wanting to try the oil, today would be a great day to place that order so that I can hit my PV and I can get this next rank before everything starts over next month. She's being very honest and very transparent about that, which I have to give her credit for. She is being very open about the fact that she needs these last minute sales in order to hit her goals, essentially asking people to place an order to help her out. And then she throws in that piece about how money is tight around the holidays and these sales and achieving this next rank could really help her out financially during this season. I mean, I get it. The holidays are really tough financially for a lot of people, but this has a tone of guilt tripping to it. It's pretty manipulative to be like, please buy a hair oil from me so that my family can have money for Christmas. This is my only source of income. It's just not a good look, but that is the reality, and I'm kind of surprised with how honest she's being, actually. Honest about the fact that she needs people to buy stuff if she's gonna afford the holidays, but it's also pretty predatory to be tapping into people's emotions about wanting to help out a family in need around this time of the year. Maybe people who know her personally are gonna watch this story and feel in a charitable mood, like, oh, okay, I'll just place an order this one time, help her meet her goals. I want her to succeed and I want to help her out financially, so I'll just do it just this one time. A pity purchase, essentially. And I always want to make the point that by purchasing something from somebody in an MLM in this fashion with the belief that you're helping them out or you're supporting them is actually doing the complete opposite. Because great, you bought something to help her hit this rank this month, but next month she has to maintain the same volume of sales again to keep that rank. So are you going to keep coming back month after month after month to keep helping her out? No, probably not. Especially when the product is hair care and you're not going through a bottle of shampoo every single month. Sure, that purchase might help her right now, this month, with this rank and this goal, but what you're ultimately doing with that purchase is enabling her in the pyramid scheme. It's keeping that person stuck in their MLM that much longer because now they think they can make something out of this. Look, people are buying from me. I can do this. It's almost like you're helping to prolong that realization that they're in a pyramid scheme. You might be helping them in the short term, but you are damaging them in the long term. And that's why I urge people to not purchase things from your friends and family in an MLM. I know it feels harsh. I know that's difficult because you want them to succeed, but what you want to do is say no thank you and don't add fuel to this fire. Let the fire fizzle out, okay? Let them realize that this is not sustainable and that they're wasting their time and they need to leave and do something else. That's just my 2 cents on that. We're not done with this video actually. She's about to take a really interesting turn.
The other thing I wanted to quickly share about, because I've had a few of you upgrade from your VIP accounts to marker partners this month, which is so exciting, and I'm so excited to like grow my own little team and create that community of like, yeah, a bunch of us doing this together and supporting each other in the business. But it's a really great last chance. Today's your last chance to do that and to make some extra bonuses, which are actually like, it's actually such a good compensation plan, and the way it's structured, and these like extra bonuses could literally mean like an extra couple $1,000s in your bank account by like the middle of January, which we all know that's when like post-Christmas no one has any money left, you're on holidays, you want to be able to do those extra things with your kids in school holidays. So yeah, if you're currently a VIP and you're loving the or if you are wanting to start a new business, maybe next year, maybe you want to like drop back what you're doing work-wise and be home more, be with your kids more. Maybe you've been watching what I'm doing and thinking like, that's crazy, how is she like making this work? But I promise you, it is actually so simple and so doable to do this business, and I'd love to show you how to do that, and I'd love to help as many other mums as I can to make this a reality for you, that like you don't have to physically be rushing out the door every day to go to work, putting your kids in daycare full time. Like, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, and a lot of people do that and it works for them, but I'm just really enjoying having the freedom and the flexibility to show up here like this on my phone and to make a decent income while doing it. It's really incredible. So I just wanted to share that.
And then the final slide of her story says, I've actually been feeling so emotional today about how far I've come in such a short amount of time and how this is fast becoming my new normal. And I'm just so grateful I said yes. Even amongst the challenges of the last few months, the timing has been perfect and it's been such a good mix of community, fun, creativity that my heart needed. I'm only a message away if you want to talk about getting started soon. Don't miss out on those extra bonuses because they are amazing. Okay, so earlier she started out by basically insinuating that she needs more sales if she's going to hit her next rank and that she would like more money for Christmas. And then she follows it up with this opportunity pitch saying, if you want more money for Christmas or you want to get started with this in the new year, then let me know. Basically, she was like, help me out and buy an oil. And then she shifted into, let me help you out by offering you this great opportunity to join my team. It's really bizarre to see those things compared one right after the other because she let the mask slip a little bit on that. She just showed us that a big factor that decides whether or not you can climb in the ranks is if you can convince people to buy products from you. And that getting on your Instagram stories and begging people to buy hair oil is kind of part of your job description. She is relying on the actions of others to help her meet her goals. And that's not her fault. That's how the compensation plan is designed, which is ironic because she's saying that it's such a great compensation plan. It's not. This is terribly structured. It's scary. This is not desirable. What she just did in the first half of her video would not convince me to want to take her up on her offer in the second half of the video. She's also commenting about how this compensation plan is so great and she can't believe that her team is growing this quickly and stuff. You guys, she's only at the 3rd rank out of 11. I'm having trouble finding the Monat Australia income disclosure statement where she's based, but we can look at the American income disclosure numbers instead. And that shows that people at her rank make like $2,000, maybe $3,000 in the entire year. I wish I had an exact number for you, but the point still stands that people towards the bottom of the pyramid make way less money than people at the top. It honestly doesn't matter which company's income disclosure you're looking at, this structure is always the same. And this is supposed to be her full-time job. She said, quote, "This is my main way of making an income for my family now." Regardless of not being able to tell you the exact amount of what she's making at this rank, I can guarantee you that it's not a livable income. It's most certainly not an amount that you can support a family on. And that makes me so terribly sad for her. She seems, at least from this video, like a sweet, kind, genuine, caring person, and it makes me sad that she's gotten caught up in Monat. She's only been in the company for a few months, and already here she is practically begging people on Instagram to buy stuff from her, and that's just not the way it should be. She deserves so much more than that. And just to give a little bit of context here, I saw on her profile that it looks like she recently moved to a really rural part of the country on a farm, and a lot of her profile is dedicated to life on the farm and raising kids out in the country, that kind of thing. So I have to imagine that typical, stable, in-person 9-to-5 type jobs are maybe not readily accessible for her. And I'm sure that she saw Monat as this great opportunity to stay home with your kids and make some extra money from your phone, and you don't have to go anywhere. I mean, all the classic tropes that surround MLMs, right? We all know those things. She just seems like such a sweet soul that genuinely wants to do what's best for her family and is trying to make this work with Monat. And it seems like she kind of has this false sense of hope right now about how she's been able to rank up really fast and how she's already seeing all this success in the company. And I just fear that she has a rude awakening for her in her future when this becomes such an uphill battle that she can't manage it anymore. She doesn't deserve to feel that way, and that really bums me out. Now, on a more lighthearted note, so we already saw an example earlier about somebody gifting MLM products, but here we are gifting a pretend Arbonne drink station to children. This Arbonne hun had her husband build this in their garage, and it says, "This is what we ended up deciding on for one of the girls' Christmas presents this year." It's a little shop stand with the Arbonne logo on the front and some Arbonne products on top. Gotta start them young, you know? Gotta build those fizz stick selling skills early here. I mean, the idea of building your kids a little shop stand is so cute. I love that. Pretend playing store or house or teacher when I was younger was my jam. I would have loved a gift like this. It's obviously just the fact that it has to be Arbonne branded that makes me cringe. Like, if they're gonna pretend to be little shop owners selling a product, we've got to make sure it's Arbonne in this household. That piece of it is so bizarre to me. Why not just make it plain? Why do you have to brand it at all? Why not let them choose each day what kind of shop they want to have and they can switch it up? Why do you have to make it Arbonne? Maybe their kids really like Arbonne because that's something that mommy's super into and they want to imitate her. But I'm looking at what they've staged it with, and they've put a few boxes of the fizz sticks on here along with a canister of some kind of supplement. I think that's their Be Well superfood green supplement. But the fizz sticks in particular are marketed for energy. They have caffeine in them. I feel like if your kid is young enough to be engaging in pretend play, then they are too young to be consuming caffeine supplements. And it's true, her kids look to be like 3 and 5 if I had to guess. So we can only hope that they're not used to consuming Arbonne products on a regular basis and that they're just here on display for the purpose of pretend play. Maybe all of them are empty or something, I don't know. I just thought this was a funny one. A mom setting her kids up to be little Arbonne huns for Christmas is a huge fail. Next is something that was sent to me from Reddit, and this looks to be a flyer for a Scentsy fundraiser. It says, "It's fundraiser time, shop for Christmas gifts and support your local blank preschool, win-win." It tells you what kinds of products they offer, it tells you when you should order by, and then down at the bottom it says, "How can I order?" Simply write down the product number on the order form attached, fill out your preferred payment method, and that's it. We'll take care of the ordering, shipping, and delivering to the preschool. This is giving the same self-serving vibes that we talked about earlier with giving MLM products as Christmas gifts, only this time it's a Scentsy rep advertising to the parents at a preschool under the guise of being a fundraiser. Now, this kind of thing is extra gross to me. Sure, maybe some of the funds are going towards the cause, in this case a preschool, but how did this idea come to fruition? That's what we want to get to the root of. I'm sure that this idea was born out of some Scentsy hun out there having some kind of sales quota to meet this month, and what better way to do that than to have people buying from you because they think they're being charitable and it's going towards a fundraiser. At the bottom of this flyer, it gives the independent consultant ID, their website, their phone number, and a QR code to shop, so it is blatantly clear who is getting the commission for all of these sales. Anyone who participates in the fundraiser is ordering through one particular Scentsy rep, and they are getting credit for all of it. And I guess we just have to trust that this lady's gonna take out a cut of her commission and give it back to the preschool or something. Obviously, we don't have all the details of how this is gonna work out on the back end, but we can confidently say this is fishy. I urge you to please avoid any MLM fundraisers should you encounter them, because there's probably some questionable motives behind it. Whether that's because they're getting a commission on all these sales, or the PV points are counting towards their ranking up, or maybe they're doing it as a business tax write-off or something. Whatever it is, it's self-serving, it's performative, and please don't engage with it. And here's another pitch under the guise of charitable work this holiday season. I don't know which company this person is from, but it says, "See all these sticky notes? I made it a goal to help as many people as possible pay off their Christmas." Stop right there. Just stop. You are not helping or serving people by duping them into a pyramid scheme. Be honest with yourself here. Who is interested in putting up a few posts on Facebook and making extra money before the holidays? Again, with preying on financial insecurity this time of year. The holidays are really tight financially, but I can help you make some money. And what's even more gross is that she's implying that all you have to do to make some money is make a few posts on Facebook. That is so beyond misleading. There's no dollar amount attached to each Facebook post you make. There is zero guarantee that those posts are going to generate you any money at all, and there is so much more additional work that you're going to have to do behind the scenes. You and I know that, but some unsuspecting person feeling the financial pressure of the holidays might not know that, and they might see an advertisement like this and think to themselves, how easy would it be to make a few posts on Facebook and get some money for the holidays? And she just wants to help me. She wants to serve me. She's offering me this gift of an opportunity. I just cannot stand that kind of thing. And finally, to wrap it up, here's a flyer for a local Christmas bazaar happening in Texas, and they list some of the vendors. Let's count the MLMs, shall we? We've got Scentsy, Paparazzi, Usborne Books, Pink Zebra, Mary Kay, Color Street, Pampered Chef, and many more apparently. That is 7 MLMs listed just here alone. To me, this is a great advertisement about which Christmas bazaar to avoid like the plague. Imagine going to this kind of thing thinking that you're going to support some local artisans and buy some homemade goods for Christmas gifts this year, and then you've got some paparazzi hun trying to shove $5 costume jewelry at you. And no doubt the reps from these companies are going to try and strike up a conversation and pitch the business opportunity to you. You just know it. That would be kind of fun to go through and see how many times you get pitched though. Make a bingo card with all the classic MLM tropes, cross them off as you go along. That sounds like a solid Saturday afternoon to me. Not really, obviously, but it would be kind of comical, you have to admit, to go to all the different booths and interact with all the different reps from the companies and then compare and contrast the strategies, because I bet they all sound exactly the same, even though they're in different companies selling different products. That would be such a fun social experiment, actually. Anyway, here's a PSA for any craft fair or holiday bazaar organizers out there, if you happen to be watching this. Stop letting MLM reps set up shop, please. Put a ban on MLM companies. I'm begging you. We're all begging you. They're not local businesses, they're not small businesses, and nobody wants to be pitched a pyramid scheme when they're just trying to support actual local artisans. And that's a wrap on the holiday edition of these MLM Top Fails. I had fun, I hope you had fun. I think we covered a lot of the main scammy situations that are going on right now, and I want to give a huge shout out to everybody who answered my request for holiday Top Fails content and sent me all of this stuff. You're so appreciated. I couldn't have made this video without your help, so thank you. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you in my next one real soon.